Hello everybody who wants to learn Russian and welcome to my new Russian lesson. Let's learn Russian together. I will be your Russian teacher. And today we will learn an insanely, a very difficult Russian verb that is ЖЕЧЬ. ЖЕЧьь. It means to burn. Such a short Russian word, but so many problems. This Russian verb has a difficult conjugation and also it has a very difficult Russian pronunciation. I guess it is one of the most difficult verbs in Russian language. ЖЕЧьь. ЖЕЧьь. To burn. And before we started to learn Russian, I would like to thank my constant supporters. Their names are right here in frame. Many thanks, because without you, my channel would never exist. And if you like the content I create for you, if you like my Russian lessons, of course, you know what you should do. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, write me a comment, or you can become a constant supporter of my channel, like those amazing people. And if you would like to donate to the development of my channel, you will find the link for donations in the first comment below this video or in the description box too, below this video too. And yes, now let's talk about this Russian verb, ЖЕЧьь. It is quite unusual, and it is unusual even in an infinitive form, because normally Russian verbs, they have infinitive ending t and soft sign. For example, любить, писать, делать, гулять. Basic Russian verbs, yeah? But also we have some unusual Russian verbs that have this infinitive ending ch and soft sign. For example, ЖЕЧьь, мочь, течь, печь, and many, not many, but some others. And now let's talk about conjugation. But before we start with the conjugation in Russian language, I would like to mention that ЖЕЧьь is imperfective verb aspect and it has perfective pair in Russian language. This is сжечь, сжечь, with the prefix s. Now let's conjugate this super insanely difficult Russian verb in the present tense. Я жгу, я жгу, ты жжешь, ты жжешь, он, она, оно жжет, он, она, оно жжет. Yes, here we have two ж. What a surprise. Quite unusual. And then, if we talk about plural in Russian language, мы жжем, мы жжем, вы жжете, вы жжете, они жгут, они жгут. So you see that in all the words we had something surprising. Let's discuss this Russian verb. And ЖЕЧьь, it is infinitive, as you already know. And then suddenly we have the alternation in the root. So you say я жгу, я жгу. So this Russian sound g and Russian letter g appears. The same we have in the plural form of the third person. You say они жгут, они жгут. And in all the rest, in all others forms of this Russian verb, you have double zh. Super unusual, super difficult verb, right? And also I would like to mention that first thing, which is important, this Russian verb is difficult even for Russian people. Many of them write this verb with many mistakes, because I used to teach Russian kids, Russian children too, and they almost cry when they meet this verb during their studies in school. And then the second thing that I wanted to say is Russian pronunciation. So if you want to speak Russian correctly, you need to understand a very interesting thing related to the Russian history, not Russian history, the history of Russian language. When I was a student in Moscow State University, Lomonosov Moscow State University, which is one of the best in Russia, I was a big fan of Old Church Slavonic language. And this is what we had long time ago, right? Now we don't speak Old Church Slavonic, we speak modern Russian language, but some heritage from Old Church Slavonic we still have in modern Russian language. So in that time, old time, zh and sh, they were soft consonants. That's why right now in Russian language, in modern Russian language, we write e after zh and we write e after sh. But now, right now, in this time, in modern Russia, zh and sh, they are not soft consonants, they are hard consonants. And this is quite a big problem for foreigners, because when you see zh and then e, you want to pronounce this combination as zh, something soft. This is wrong. Now it is a hard consonant, that's why you should say zh. The same we have here if we talk about the Russian conjugation of the verb ЖЕЧЬ. For example, if you say он жжет, if you see your with two funny dots, you want to pronounce this Russian verb as a soft one. You want to say он жжет. This sounds actually more French than Russian. Russian people, they know that zh is hard consonant and you should say он жжет. And by the way, another important thing about Russian phonetics is that if we have double consonant, we pronounce it as a normal consonant. We do not say он жжет, we say он жжет. That's it about Russian pronunciation and Russian conjugation, and we can move on to your favorite part with examples. So, я никогда не жгу сухую траву. Я никогда не жгу сухую траву. Зачем ты жжешь старые тетради? Зачем ты жжешь старые тетради? Он жжет переписку с любовницей. Он жжет переписку с любовницей. Она жжет неприятное письмо. Она жжет неприятное письмо. Мы жжем секретные документы. Мы жжем секретные документы. Я не понимаю, почему вы жжете новую хорошую бумагу. Я не понимаю, почему вы жжете новую хорошую бумагу. And now something slang in this Russian lesson. We have a slang expression. Они жгут. Посмотри, как они танцуют. Они жгут. Посмотри, как они танцуют. Yeah, so они жгут. So this expression in Russian language, они жгут, doesn't mean that they right now in the moment of speech burn something real. It just means that they are very bright, they are very artistic, maybe they dance very well or they perform very well. Something like that. Yeah, something eye-catching, if you have this word in English. Yeah. So also I wanted to show you how to form past tense, as I usually do traditionally here during my Russian lessons, but this past tense will be quite surprising for you, I guess, because it is something quite specific and unusual. I know that many foreigners who learn Russian, they get used to this idea that past tense in Russian language is formed with the suffix "l". And this is true, but not in this case. So, masculine, жёг, жёг. Feminine, жгла, жгла. Neuter, жгло, жгло. Plural, жгли, жгли. Here we have something interesting to discuss too, because if you talk about the form жёг, жёг, you need to know something about famous Russian, or not famous, but important Russian devoicing. So g in the end of any Russian word, you pronounce this Russian sound as k. So we write g, but we say k. Жёг, жёг. Such a short word, but something interesting here. Now I would like to make some examples again for better understanding of this super difficult Russian verb. So, солнце жгло невыносимо, потому что мы были в пустыне. Солнце жгло невыносимо, потому что мы были в пустыне. Now plural. Кусты крапивы сильно жгли руки и ноги. Кусты крапивы сильно жгли руки и ноги. You know, I think that this plant grows everywhere around the world, крапива. It has a very irritating effect on your skin. Yeah, when you touch крапива, it's very unpleasant feeling or sensation. Okay, so my dear Russian learners, I think that you know now one of the most difficult Russian verbs, and I hope that you like this Russian lesson. If so, you know what you should do. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, write me a comment, and of course you can donate to my channel if you want to support my upcoming Russian lessons. Many thanks for watching. See you very soon. Увидимся скоро. До новых встреч. Пока-пока. Bye-bye.